Hello everyone, I hope you enjoy the new setting. Yes, I've been doing quite a lot of footage in French lately because I've been flying with French speakers in PvP. I hope to be able to do some English footage as well. I do have a Discord, we got the link below, so if you want to join the Discord, let me know if you're ACM players. I might be looking for 2 guys to fly ACM in English in the coming days or next week, so that would be ideal. And what I want to do today is share some content in English for my English speaker followers. What I want to do is give you just a couple rough ideas about ACM. So why ACM? Because tomorrow morning it's going to be in French, but I'm going to be flying against Skyline 35 in an ACM flight, 2 F-14Bs against a Mirage 2000. And what I want you to understand is how, as a 2-ship, whatever the type of aircraft you're flying, you can gain an advantage on your opponent. So let's say, there you go, that should work. You are a pair of F-14, MiG-21, Rafale, whatever. And you have an enemy aircraft coming in front of you. You can either merge with him and that's it, or you can try to apply some tactics beforehand. Remember, as a fighter pilot, you're not here to be as fair as possible. You are paid by the French, in your instance, or your taxpayer, to win the battle. Your goal is to make sure you win while following all the international rules of combat. And there isn't any rule in combat that states that you should close an eye, break an arm, and and shut an engine down pre-merge, okay? So it is your duty to make sure you're gonna win. And just imagine in a setup like this, in a scenario like this, you're not flying your best tactics. You have a 2-ship against a single guy. What I want you to think about is how you can do a good job killing this enemy as fast as possible. What you're looking for is to minimize the TTK, time to kill. 2 against 1, you have to win, you have to take 0 risk, and you have to obtain a very good TTK. It is tough in a Fox 2 or Fox 3 world. It is much easier in the guns world. In the guns world, if you're guns only, it's going to take some time, most of the time, to fly the geometry, to put yourself in a good shooting position, so you do have a big advantage. And what you should do is float the formation. You want to float the formation, and you want to force the radar to pick one opponent and go to a merge against one guy. And let's say the radar is switching with this guy. Then now the blue objective is to arrive behind the red, or at least to do what we call a beam entry, arrive with a 90-degree angle. And then as a green guy, what you're going to do at the merge is going to impact what's going to happen. So let's say now you're the green, you're merging with this guy. Mr. Blue here is approaching, but he's too far to shoot. What will happen with the red depends on the decision of Mr. Green. Let's say Mr. Green decides to turn to go vertical, and maybe Mr. Red is going to go vertical. Okay, so then what's going to happen is he's going to go vertical, everybody goes vertical, and now as a radar I see this plane and this plane. Might be not the best solution. Imagine Mr. Green here decides, as he merged with me, to turn to the right. I might be, as I merge with him, I might try to go to the left or to the right. So then, let's say I go to the right like this. Mr. Blue, right here, is going to be able to come in. So I'm not going to go through all the motions, all the possibilities, but what I want you to think of is, I've got a 2-ship, I'm going to split, I'm going to create a lot of distance between the 2, I'm going to force my red to pick one, and then I'm going to work this distance both laterally and vertically, because you want to maybe have this guy here climbing or descending or whatever. You want to put some distance horizontally and vertically between the 2, so that the red has to focus on one, and as a 2-ship you win if the red really has to focus on one guy and can keep situation awareness on the second guy. So that's it. Well, it's just a very quick, short video about ACM, Air Combat Maneuvering, just to make sure you guys, as you fly in DCS, War Thunder or whatever, understand that as a pair of two, as a two ship, you want to float, how we call it, your formation as much as possible, but there is a sweet spot, because if you float too much or too far, you won't be able to help. If you're too close, you won't be able to be offensive. So it's really understanding that depending on the weapons you're using, depending on the situation, depending on the enemy, depending on your type, you're going to have to work those numbers differently. If it's a Fox 2 world, it's going to be different from gun world. If you're Fox 3 as well, everything change. I'm not going to give you the answers today, but I want you to think about it and give it a try. So enjoy DCS, do a couple 2v1s, join my Discord. If you're English speaker, you're more than welcome on my Discord and the forum as well. And let me know if you want to do some ACM with me in the coming days. And that's it. I hope you guys have a safe and awesome day. Fly safe.